Hi, this is Kevin Douglas. We're practicing Merfolk in the vintage practice room. So I'm going to mulligan this hand. Doesn't really do anything, and I'll probably end up pitching this True Name Nemesis to the Force of Will. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this and hopefully scry some action to the top. But kind of just hoping this Force of Will and Mental Misstep can disrupt long enough to get this True Name and then maybe a Phantasmal Image down. So they're going to island into Preordain. They went bottom top. This Flusterstorm, we're just going to have to play this Cavern and pass. But at least now we have some pretty good interaction. Hopefully we can find this third land and play this True Name Nemesis out. So there's Sapphire, Tundra. So we're playing blue-white, at least. Merchant Scroll, they're going to search for a blue instant card. Probably say okay. Maybe it's going to be Ancestral Recall. We can Mental Misstep and then Protect with Flusterstorm. So I'll probably do on my turn. So Curse Catcher is a good find here. Yeah, so there's Ancestral. We'll go ahead and Mental Misstep that. At least now we have some pressure down on the board. Alright, so there's Jason Mind Sculptor. We're going to go ahead and Force of Will that. I'm going to pitch the Phantasmal Image in case I need to Flusterstorm. Which I didn't have to do because I had the Curse Catcher, so... Oh well, at least we have some pressure on the board. We're going to go ahead and cast the Silver Gold Adept, hopefully get us towards that third land, cast the True Name Nemesis. There's a Wasteland. It's interesting, it gives me the mana to cast True Name, but it also gives the potential to take them off a color. But I think in this matchup, the True Name is pretty important, so they don't have any pressure down. I could Wasteland the Tundra and try to keep them off of Mentor. Maybe that's the right call. But, I mean, they had a Flood Strand anyway, so now I think it's definitely looking better that we kept the line up to play True Name. It looks like they're just going to pass. Mental Misstep is pretty good. We'll go ahead and attack in here. They know about the True Name Nemesis. They can't counter it. Unless they have Mind Break Trap. Then they're not going to counter it, but they could exile it. So Force of Will is fine. I think they may have just forgotten about Cavern of Souls. That actually happens more often than you'd think. So it looks like they pitched a Force of Will to that Force of Will. Yeah, so go ahead and begin sideboarding. So against Jeskai, I'm going to take the Null Rods out. Maybe bring in a Dismember for... actually, probably bring in a full suite of Dismembers. I don't think there's anything else I really want. And Dismember's going to keep him off of, hopefully, you know, Mentor, Young Pyromancer. So we can't keep this hand, even though it has a lot of good interaction. It only has Strip Mine as the land. So I'll have to mulligan. I'm going to go ahead and keep this. Probably put the Mental Misstep on top. And that's the pitch to Force of Will. So I kind of want to keep this Lord around. So I am going to exile, I think, Lord of Atlantis. No, I got exile to the Force of Will. I really need to get some action. So at least now we can pay for this Mental Misstep. It's kind of a bummer we couldn't use that on the Ancestral Recall. And I'm tempted to Mental Misstep this just to try to slow him down a little bit. It might be a terrible Mental Misstep target, but honestly, we already don't have to worry about Ancestral Recall. That's really the best Mental Misstep target. So, made them Mental Misstep our Mental Misstep. This is Volcanic Island. Soul Ring. That would have been another good target for Mental Misstep, but of course it would have resolved, so I don't think that really set us back any. And I'm just going to go on the Wasteland plan here, try to keep them off colored mana. It might be a bad plan because of all the filtering they have that's in blue. Alright, so we'll try to run a couple Lords out now. And start applying some pressure. And hopefully they just stay stuck on that one island for a couple turns. I don't think they have Force of Will. Maybe they would have Force of Will this Lord Atlantis. Unless they have some other interaction, I feel like they're just a little bit faster. So there's a Tarn. We'll see what color they go grab here. So now they're going to grab red. And maybe now we see a Pyromancer. So we're going to Wasteland that Volcanic Island. And hopefully they're not going to be able to do too much with that single island. And we're going to have... so they're going to Gush now. But hopefully we're going to set them back enough there where going Lord Lord is strong enough, because they're not going to want to block here with their Young Pyromancer. Maybe they block with their Elemental token. But now that we have Island Walk, you know, just running a ton of Lords out if they can't counter them might help us win the race. So a Brainstorm, that's the only land they're going to be able to play for the turn. They do have the Soul Ring, and they could string a couple mocks together. Yeah, so there's another, so there's a Mox. See if they maybe find another Young Pyromancer. No, they're going to probe. So we do have them on a 2-turn clock. If both these masters resolve and they can't answer them, they do have Pyroblast mana up now. And I think I'm going to dismember the young Pyromancer. So this Force of Will, pitching, mental misstep. So they're going to get another token. It does set us back a little bit, especially if they have a Pyroblast here. We have to attack in. And that tells me they probably don't. Because I feel like that would have been a good blowout for them if they could have Pyroblasted Lord and then double blocked with tokens. Another one that just would have left me with 0 board state. So I think what they're going to do now is just try to dig for something. Yeah, so Snapcaster. They don't have mana up for Recall, but they do have that Volcanic Island. And we'll see if maybe they find another young Pyromancer. They're going to have red colorless up. So they're not going to be able to use it, which is great for us. Yeah, they're going to swing in with the team. We'll see if they have a way to counter this Master of the Pearl Trident. It can't be Force of Will, because then we'll just get them on the crackback. So we'll kind of run this out here. We'll see if they have that Pyroblast now, but nope, they did not. So won that match against Jeskai. Used to be a lot harder back when it was, you know, you could run 4 mentors. They just get to an early mentor so often, and then that card's a lot harder to beat than Young Pyromancer. These little 1/1s attacking in aren't so bad. You know, like that last turn, these would have been, you know, 3/3s. We would have taken, you know, a lot more damage with, you know, mentor and 3 monk tokens than we are with Young Pyromancer and a couple elemental tokens.